Hey.
Who else doesn't? Who else doesn't jam out to that intro? Man, I always do.
Yeah, I like it. It's a fun one. I like the
It
music.
is. I love that intro.
Who's all here tonight? We was getting worried. We were like, maybe everybody mad I didn't stream last week.
Yeah, no.
But I don't
It's
think
actually got
everybody
some
sees my
good folks.
community posts. So, but anyway, some dude named Mark was in here.
He's an idiot. I heard.
Jim Cloak. What's up, buddy?
Jim.
GP. Chris
Gene.
Gold digging nugget prospecting. Hello.
Chris.
Yeah, Relic Hunters. I see you're here too. Wayne,
Dave?
for the outdoors. Park Cove detecting.
Forget about them. They're just trouble.
Ed, flash in your pan. TPG5
What's
for
up, Ed?
life. I think we got everybody so far. Oh, BC Treasure Trails. Jason. Shane's
Jason
here.
from the north.
Shane's here.
Shane's
Ohio
here.
River History. But the Bud Files is here.
But,
This is the stream all night tonight. I'm just going to announce people as they come in.
And I'll re-announce them after you. So
Yeah,
it
there you
sounds
go.
like an echo.
that'll be it. You guys could share the stream with everybody. Tell everybody how great it was just hearing all the channel names.
That's it.
But I believe, let me go back to him. All the way back to
Jason, why are you swearing at Dave? He said, hell, Dave.
Chris Gold digging nugget prospecting. I think this is what your first or second time in this chat.
Yeah, that sounds like an unfamiliar channel. Well, welcome.
Yes,
Neat.
I hope you enjoy
Keep your eye on that one over there. I'm fine. Oh, my hand disappeared.
I gotta explain the stream a little bit. I'm too lazy to come up with subjects. Every now and then I do. You'll see it on the thumbnail. But a lot of times, nope. And if somebody jumps up with me like Mark does, I'll say, what do you want to talk about? And they say, I don't know. So here we are with I don't know. I mean, we could go over
Rachel, it's
Sam is doing better, but still very weak. Let's keep the positive vibes heading towards Sam's way.
Oh.
Slash comes off his steroids by the end of next week, so we'll see how he's doing. He tried to jump out the bed today, missed. I hate to laugh at him, but Gene says, got nice hair, Mark. I don't like typing on my phone, Jason. Hey, Mona.
Okay, Jason.
But well, you could tell when I'm actually typing on my computer because there's all kinds of typos.
Hey, Mona.
I type 2 fingers. Okay. Sometimes with thumbs.
I was just going to say that too. Sometimes I'll throw a thumb in there to hit the space bar.
Every now and then I might get the middle or the pinky. But for the most part, I'm... That's why I'm not a secretary. Jim Steele, Alice Wonderland.
Hey, Jim. What's up, Maria?
Glad you guys could join us. So, if you got something you want to talk about or discuss amongst us, throw it in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to touch on events again. Like, I don't know what people expect when they go to small club hunts versus giant events like Dig Stock. Do you voice your disappointment? Because usually the bad reviews, except for the one I know of that used to happen down in Arkansas, you get that many bad reviews, it's not just somebody disappointed. But do you air your disappointment? Hey, dispatch detecting.
I would say it would
as a bad experience? Or do you keep your disappointment to yourself?
If it's free, I won't say a thing,
Yeah.
It's a free event. If somebody else sponsored it. But if I'm paying money for it, I don't know. I might have to say something. It's not what I expected.
Well, there's a difference between being disappointed in what you were expecting versus a badly run hunt.
That's true.
I heard about, and we've all heard about it. We all been on Facebook. We all heard about the one in Arkansas where what was advertised definitely was not happening.
I
But
got to catch up on Facebook. I didn't hear anything.
it's like the hunts don't go on anymore.
Oh,
But I've gone to several different sized hunts put on by several different outfits, from club hunts to major events. And yeah, I'm not talking about the Moncoja or whatever it's called. I'm not talking about that one. It had the word con in it. I'm just going to put
con.
that. It did. But as in convention, but it was a con.
Hey, BD.
When that many people were complaining about the event itself. But I pay attention to what people say about it, different events, and I don't just listen to it was wonderful. It was I had so much fun. I found so many things. I don't just listen to those people. I listen to the ones who don't say anything also. But I just happened to notice my club hunt, somebody was greatly disappointed in the amount that they spent versus what they got. They felt misled by a flyer they've used for years that, I don't know, I was never misled by. There's 2 hunts a day plus an optional silver hunt. They call it a big silver hunt. So how you interpret the word big is on you. They just mean big. Like, there's a lot of people. It's a big hunt. Not you're going to win. Everybody's going to walk away with Morgan dollars.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of seeded hunts, in major events. And I can tell you firsthand experience, the majority of the coins in there are going to be dimes. No matter what you go to, they're going to be dimes. Then, maybe half as many in quarters. And the larger the denomination of the silver, the less there's going to be. So, what's up, Andy?
Yeah, DV Lost Boys is here. Uh-oh. Now we got trouble.
I don't know, Tri Valley. I think it was called Relic Con, was part of its name. 3 inches silver, big enough for me. I think that hunt only went on 1 or 2 years, but there was so much negativity. That's right, Joe DeMarco Memorial Hunt, Andy. Hey, Mike, great finds. But when you read reviews, read between the lines. This guy was just disappointed for what he spent and what he expected for what he spent. First of all, he waited to the date of the event. You don't get the cheaper amount at that time. The entry fee goes up the closer you get to the event. So, and the seeded hunt had wheat pennies in it. That some were painted and some weren't. And if there was about, I think, a dozen tokens in there for the bigger silvers, right? And if they just put the coins out there, first of all, you're going to have the people in there that are going to cherry pick all those super high tones. Leave all those dimes for people like me that'll just swing everything I hear I pick up.
Yep.
So the pennies are used. They painted the pennies for, the dimes and the quarters. Pennies are used to give every single person that paid an entry fee into that and the extra fee for that silver hunt an opportunity to win some silvers. Because when you go to these hunts, not everybody's 20 and can swing like a madman.
Mm-hmm.
You go to these hunts, you got every age group there and every physical ability. So is it fair if they put the small dimes, quarters, half dollars, and dollars out in that field, all separate tones, then how is it going to be fair to the person who's not physically able to make a mad dash and only dig 98s? So if you use pennies, which is what my club does, and paint the ones for, different colors for depending on which silver you find, that evens the playing field and allows everybody the same opportunity. So my buddy Tom, he may have only dug about a dozen pennies because he's a little slower. He swings a little slower compared to the 30-year-old guy, right? But so his 12 pennies, he had an opportunity to win silvers with. But if they had just put all the silver in the ground instead of tokens or wheat pennies, some painted, some not, Tom wouldn't have the opportunity to win anything, to find anything. You know
Right.
what I mean? He'd have just had a handful of dimes. But with the pennies, he had opportunities to find the one for quarters, stuff like that.
Hey, just a swinging.
Hey, just a swinging DB. There you go. See, Shane thinks like I do. Let me go back to him. See, I like seated hunts because as a live streamer, for giveaways, that's what I use. That's my seated hunt. Dimes, quarters. Uh, that's what I do with them. So I don't mind the seated. They're fun. I like the
Hey,
competition level of it. And then, like I said, I go out there and I help out the slower people. Guys, a couple years ago, a little 80-something-year-old lady could only swing an inch in each direction. She had no tokens, so I threw a bunch in her container. Everybody does them for a different reason, and if you don't like them, that's cool, and if you like them, that's cool too. And it depends. So, with our club hunt, majority of our entry fee actually goes to all the fees that are incurred to put on a hunt. The club actually
Right.
makes money off the raffles.
Yeah, what is your seated hunt tribe, Valley?
I wish I could go to it. It's good to have a cutoff date because then if your overhead's not that high with the entry fee, if you've got that covered and you could take the remainder of the entry fee and throw it in the ground as silver, that's cool. But if you have a cutoff date, it helps with being able to get the, you know, stuff in the ground.
Right.
Yeah, the one guy posted anonymously. I'm like, if you're gonna complain, put your name there. Don't hide behind anonymous. That's not everybody's thing, DB.
I like seated hunts just for the chance of grabbing that silver.
Well, we do in our club hunt too. The first outside of the silver. So the other two hunts are just regular hunts where whatever we're told to find. Like the second hunt Sunday, we had to find. They put $50 out there, JFKs, so they're not silver. And then however many of them you find, you get that many raffle tickets. Now, yeah, there's guys with 45. There's people with 5. All you need is one raffle ticket. I want a detector, so I'm not complaining.
That's cool, Tri Valley. Buys everything a year in advance.
Then Digstock's night seated hunt was different. And that's true, Mike. He did find a spot that wasn't on their map. It was on the hunt property. Thank you, Andy. Yeah. He met Slash at in Texas.
Yeah, I kind of agree, Maria, but there are people out there that they go there just to get silver and to find something they don't have. And like how Valley just said, There are people just like to complain about anything. Hey, JPB, what's up?
Did you create a channel, Danny? Well, I went to the channel. That's definitely my brother.
Okay.
Thank you, Danny. Yeah, I went there and there's
Hey,
like
Patty.
a bunch of metal videos. Well, you
What's
never
up, Patty
know.
Disharoo?
Hey, Patty. And a bunch of people. Well, because I know I'm going to be doing that, I'm already psychologically prepared to be around a ton of people.
I think I'd come on swinging. I spent most of my time with that person over there.
Yeah, I didn't swing very much.
Uh,
How far back am I on this here?
pretty
Most love to
far.
complain. That's true. But
Yeah.
if you look at the complaints, hey, JVP, if you look at the complaints, that it's more of a disappointment. Like this guy was disappointed. That's why I said, what do you put into your head when you're going to it? If you go to an event, what thoughts are you putting into your head? I go because I could spend the money at an amusement park. I could spend the money going to Miami, well, probably a lot more. I
Hey,
could spend
dirty
the money
balls.
going to Disneyland, a lot more. I could spend the money so many different ways, but I go and I hang out with people and have fun.
Yeah, that's top on my list. To meet people I haven't met before, to re-meet the people I've met before, and then down here is like the finds, the relics. To see what I can find. But mostly it's to hang out and chill with the people.
Hey, Dirty Paws.
Yeah, you're right, Els. Just enjoy the moment.
Let's see. I'm catching up on the chat.
I hear you, Gene. If there's somebody I don't know or somebody I do know, I walk over to them.
Ah, yeah, Brandon. I did tell that story. Yeah, I won this. It was artillery button, and Aqua Chicker was talking to me about it, and I said, "Well, nah, I was kind of wanting a detector or pinpointer or something." And he's like, "You really don't want it?" And I said, "No, I'll probably do a giveaway with it or something." And he says, "Well, I was talking to this guy that was there, and all he wanted was to find an artillery button because it was Garrett seeded the hunt with Civil War relics, and he didn't find one." He says, "Well, maybe maybe he'll buy it from you." I said, "He doesn't have to buy it from me. He can have it." So he says, "Well, when he comes," he said, "He's supposed to come back over here." I said, "Well, when he does, just let me know." So he brings the guy over, and he was Aqua Trigger introduced him to me and stuff like that, and we were little small talk, and he said, "Yeah, I was really hoping to find a artillery button or win one, and blah blah blah." And I mean, he didn't do bad. He found other things. He was happy about
Yeah.
that. So I gave him. I said, "Well," I walked up to him. I said, "Left or right?" And I had my hands behind my back. And he was like, "Right." Like, what are you doing? And I gave him the button. And then later on, Aqua Chicker was like, "You made that guy cry." The guy like cried.
Oh,
He was so happy to have that button. He cried. I said, "Well, I don't have that much of an interest in it. So, if somebody else is going to admire it and enjoy that button." Did I catch up?
getting there. Well, that's like that GW button I found a couple of years back. Yeah, I could have stuck it in my collection. Yeah, where we just collected dust. Yeah, I could have sold it on eBay for money. But no, I did not. I donated to a museum. This way here, everybody can see what history is. Everybody may look at it, stare at it, go, "I'll be darned, that's a George Washington button. I've never seen one," and give them the opportunity to see one. Where if I kept it here in my house, it's just going to collect dust.
Yeah. I mean, I do like to, I do keep, and eventually I'll get my um, hutches filled with stuff. But I bought one at a yard sale, a display cabinet that I'm gonna put just the stuff people give me in, and then the bigger one it'll be the stuff that I find besides the display boxes.
You take your time, Jason. I heard putting M&Ms in alphabetical order can take a while.
That was yeah. So down in North Carolina at the Big Stock down there. It was me, Aqua Chigger, Gene P, mainly dirt fishing, and his son. Decided to go find this doctor's house that was on the map. So it looked like the easiest way to do it because there was a road on the other side of it, but it was next to a pig farm. And I wasn't sure. Hey, Lucky Duck. I wasn't sure there was any. And Mi
Tierra
Tierra.
RD,
Yeah.
Tierra,
Mi Tierra.
Lucky Duck. Oh,
Um, wasn't sure how parking would be. And thank you, DB. And so I was like, maybe we should park in this one field and cut through the woods. So that's what we did. And
hey Dan.
mainly dirt fishing and aqua chigger were like way ahead of us. And it was me, GP, and Robert's son. We didn't find nothing but a big trash pit there.
Uh, Alrighty, Tri Valley. Take care.
Yep, I'll see you around. Hey, yo, Danny boy. I think we're all caught up in the chat. Oh, he was answering GP saying he plows through their sticker bushes like they're nothing. That is true. Hey, Marty Vistral. Patty Disharoon.
Marty. What's up, Marty?
So that's it on the event discussion, unless y'all got something else to say about it. Or get stung by yellow jackets. Yeah, I saw that video. This time of year, they're super nasty because they know their time is limited. So they will come and sting you if you go near them. Fox on the ground. What's up?
Hey, Fox in the ground.
Thank you, Maria. But
I have just a question. How far are you willing to drive to an event?
you asking me because I think you already know.
Yeah, I mean in chat in general. You'll drive clear over to California if you could.
I could.
Yeah, because for me, when I went to come out swinging, that's about my limit. For me,
And what was that for you?
Hours, about
How
7
many?
hours.
7?
7, yeah, that's about my limit. Any further than I can't, I won't do it.
If I'm only going to do like a weekend, yeah, GMP did drive 15 hours. That was for Masters of Metal, I believe. If I'm only going to go like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I probably don't want to, and I'm only going to stay like maybe head up Thursday and leave Monday. I don't think I want to drive more than 6 hours.
Yeah. Yep, 6 hours.
Yeah. Um,
Clark Cove drove 15 to get to Florida on 7.
yeah,
I can't, that's too much for me. I mean, maybe if I did 2 days, drove like 8 hours, pulled over, spent the night somewhere, and then drove the rest the other day. But I don't think I could do 15 hours straight.
I did. I did the Texas drive in 2 days.
Yeah.
Stopped overnight at a rest area, I think.
Yeah, guess what I would do? I couldn't. I guess it's 7, 8 hours is my limit. Then I'm done. Okay, as a part two to that question, would you rather drive it in the daylight or at night? Say you had to work Friday and the event started Friday night. Would you drive? Would you take off right after work Friday, or would you wait till Saturday to drive during the day?
And when did you say the event started?
We'll say it starts Friday night. It's a meet and greet on Friday night only. Yeah, and then Saturday the actual event starts. So would you right after work leave, or wait till the morning and attend the actual event and skip the meet and greet?
Well, I have driven right after work to make a meet and greet, but I've also intentionally not gone to the meet and greets. So it all depends on how far I'm driving.
Yeah, lucky duck. I have that same problem. My night vision sucks because I got blue eyes to begin with, and then I'm older, so I try to avoid driving at night like the plague.
Yeah, I feel you on the night driving
Yeah,
too.
it just sucks.
Except for
Then
I got green in there too. You can't see it on this. But
and then throw rain into the mix. Night driving with rain. No, I'm pulling over.
I think the main problem is that headlights are so much more brighter now in the last 20 years than they were
Yeah.
before. I don't think it's an age thing now. I think even if you're 30, them lights are bright.
And those stupid blue lights. Sorry to anybody in the chat that's got blue lights in their car, but they're stupid.
I like it makes me laugh when I see the cars and they have to change one bulb. So they'll buy the one bulb, but they'll buy this super bright, which is
Yeah,
literally the same wattage as your high beam.
high beams.
So they're coming at you with one super bright headlight and one dim one.
Yeah. You got to always buy them in pairs. No matter, even if it's a good headlight, you got to buy them in pairs.
Dog needs out. Jim's with you.
Alrighty.
Blue lights suck.
All righty, Jim. Thank you. Yeah, they just suck. They're so bright. And it's like somebody's coming at you with triple high beams with those damn blue lights.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not.
they are lucky duck. Yeah.
I mean, now around here, it's not that bad because we're so packed with people. It's not really dark in most areas. You got a lot of ambient light. But I used to like when I used to drive down south when I first moved back to New Jersey. Um, and I would leave in the afternoon and drive through the night because there's less traffic.
Yeah. I hear you, Gene.
Yeah, that's a biggie.
I hear you.
It's not always just young people either. Some old dumbasses do it too. I'm spoiled. My car has automatic high beams. They go off.
My old car did.
Touch the brake. They go off when they see another light coming at them. They'll go off if they're reflecting on a stop sign. So I don't even have to turn them off.
That's funny you say that, DB. My car is built differently. I got this huge wiper on the driver's side and a little teeny thing on the passenger side, and that's standard. So I look at it every day going, what the hell?
What kind of car you got?
2017 Kia Forte.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember that too.
I remember that too. My 66 Mustang still, well, it was 66. So yeah, I had it
Yeah.
on.
My floorboards were so rotted in my 79 Mercury, I went to hit the high beam switch and my foot went through the floor. I'm like, oh, time to get rid of the car.
Maria's car is all automatic too. I mean, I can turn it off. I don't have to rely on it turning my high beams on for me. I could turn it off. That's no biggie. Patty doesn't
My
drive.
car's
It's from PTSD.
yeah, my car's semi-automatic. Yeah, I'm the semi-automatic. I got to turn it on and off. Yeah, floor switch was cool. I love that. Ooh, I bet it did, Jim.
I got a story about speeding on a highway. Not a highway, but an interstate. Our turnpike here. Now I was renting a Mustang convertible. This is about 15 years ago, I guess. And we were driving to get to me on the turnpike. You would take exit 10. I think it's 10 or 11. Exit 11. So we were going down to exit 3, which is way down South Jersey. Hey, metal detecting North Carolina.
What's up, NC?
And so there was another car, I think it was a Mustang, decided to race me. It was also raining, by the way.
Oh,
So we were both doing a good 105, 110. I don't even remember how fast we were going, but I'm in this nondescript powder, like grayish blue Mustang with a black top, and he's in a bright yellow Mustang. So we raced each other for probably a good 10 miles, I guess, right? And I started, slowing back, and he slowed down too. We come to this entrance ramp, and on comes a state trooper. Straight trooper beelines it right to him. And at this point, we're both doing the speed limit.
yeah.
Beelines it right to him, because he was bright ass yellow, and the helicopter caught him speeding.
Yeah, he can make the car out because the car stands out.
Right, not mine. Mine looked like all the other cars on the road.
Yep.
That was funny. Wayne, what's the better machine, Equinox 800 or AT Max? They both have their pluses and minuses.
Yep.
I actually have the Nox 800 and the AT Pro, and I like them both.
They're both good. To me, this is just me speaking. I would prefer the Equinox 800 because I'm not a big fan of the tones of the AT Max or how heavy the nose can get. Where the Equinox is a pretty light machine.
Yeah, I don't know the AT Max. I know Nugget Noggin prefers the AT Pro over the AT Max.
Yeah.
Because of the tones. Like I never have ever had mine in standard because it sounds like an Ace.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
So I keep my AT Pro in the Pro mode, and you can get basically all metal with the AT Pro by having it on zero discrimination on Pro mode, and it's all metal, so you don't have to go to all metal mode like on the AT Max. And your iron's still going to grunt. So
expressions, everybody's going to give you a different answer.
yeah.
Some love the Equinox, some love the AT Max.
Yep.
I would just say research them. Research, read about them, find the pros and cons of both, and make your own educated decision.
If I would say that if you're going to do beach hunting, I would stick with the Mine Lab. AT Pro and Max are fine on dry sand, but they chatter too much on wet sand. And if you're in an area that there's more minerals in the sand, it's going to be more chattery. Here's the next question Gene P put in the chat.
Yeah.
What was your first car? Hers was a 69 Dodge Coronet, 4-door.
I bet it was. As long as my Chevy Cargo, yep. Ooh, PA Relic Hunter, 71 GTO. Dispatch is 79 Nova. Oh, man.
I don't even want to say what mine was.
Mine was a 1979 Mercury Zephyr station wagon. 18 years old running around the station wagon. That's a real chick car.
Mine was,
Oh, there we go.
Marty's was a 72 Grand Prix, 72 Dodge Duster. Nice. 66 Chevy Biscayne A-Boat. 75 Chevy Van.
Oh, there we go, Maria. That's cool.
69 Dodge Super B. Nice.
Yeah. That's a badass car.
Carolina Blue 74 Mustang with a V8.
With the glass pack.
78 Mustang. 78 CJ7. Ah, that was nice. Gene learned to drive in a Dodge Duster.
Oh, the Delta 88. I love those cars. Oh, man. What was in those? The 454?
Ah, okay. Here's my twin. By 1 year, he's off. My first car was a 72 Olds Delta 88 Royale.
Okay.
And when I killed that, my mother gave me the car her boss gave her, which was a 71 Delta 88. So my 72 had a 440 in it, though. So everybody else had IROCs, all the rich brats. I had this big land yacht. But my land yacht could do things the IROCs could not. I could power brake. They couldn't. They were too light. I could do jackrabbit starts. I could have a lot more fun in my car. And so they would get out of their IROCs to get in my car.
Yep.
Plus, I also knew what I was doing. Ah, that's a good car right there.
79 Pinot station wagon. Well, at least with the station wagon, you don't have to worry about a rear end crash and your car blowing up. You had some extra room back here for the tank.
Hey, David Alfacetti. Pinto station wagon. I learned to drive in a Pinto.
Chevy 2 is a Model J, 4-barrel. Oh, I was a boat, but I bet you had hauled butt, Marty.
My 72 Olds was two different colors of brown. I'm not even going to tell you what I called that car.
And my Metal Detected NC, a 1980 Yugo. I'd love to get a hold of a Yugo right now if I could.
I did see one at a car show once. I was like, I didn't even know. Yeah, they were throwaway cars. I was surprised.
Yeah, I would love to get a hold of one. How about those?
I love those evil four-wheel drives.
How about those crazy, stupid, smart cars? They're about this big.
Oh, the 2-to-go.
Yeah, or whatever it is. I was like, oh my god.
They make 4-to-goes too, but you don't see those. But the 2-to-goes, those are 2-seater.
Ford Fiesta. It died 2 months later. Oh, gee. No, man, just to ride around in. I fix that sucker up just to ride around in for shits and giggles.
We learned to drive in stick. I didn't learn to drive in a stick, but I learned to drive stick because I had to.
Yeah, me too. The one place I worked at, my boss said, "Here, take the truck." I went, but it's a standard. I don't know how to drive a standard. He goes, "Well, you better learn." Yeah. So at the end of the day, I learned how to drive a clutch. Now I prefer clutches over automatic.
Hey, Jima over on Facebook. I didn't see if she commented, but she liked it. Hey, Drake Miller.
I remember that Rob, Melissa. I remember hearing about that '65 Mustang wagon.
Yeah, but it never made it to the assembly line. Did you see the Mustang too? That was an ugly car. Wait a minute. But there is a Mustang that's even uglier than the Mustang 2.
Okay.
Is that new Mustang that's a crossover?
I don't remember seeing this. What?
It's brand new. It looks like a crossover, like a Jeep Cherokee. Or
You can't do that to a Mustang.
you haven't seen it yet?
No, I don't think I have. But you
I'm
can't
gonna-
do that to a Mustang. It's a sports car. You can't make it.
I know,
SUV
it's
or
so
something
horrible.
Stupid.
I saw one last year when I was traveling at a Cracker Barrel, and I was like, "What is that? Why does it have a Mustang emblem on it?"
Hey Drake. Yeah, that's just dumb.
I'm trying to find it. This
Mustang Mach E. Now they better never make an electric Mustang. That would just kill the brand right there.
I think it is electric.
Hey, detecting the shore. No, Lucky Duck. I didn't see what they tried to do to the Blazer. I don't follow news that much. I guess I better. I'm missing some good crap. Hey, Frankie. Looter 8? Frankie.
Subluter 8.
Yeah, my Ford Kia is a 6-speed. I love driving that thing. I love clutch more than automatic. I like because you feel more in control of it.
I don't think I can drive standard anymore, though.
Really? I love it. Dirt Clod, one of my favorite cars that I never owned. The Volkswagen Rabbit.
Oh yeah, they're
the
cool.
Bug.
Yeah.
Or the microbus, all that good stuff. The Blazer's a car now? No, Chevy smoking crack along with Ford.
Trying to find a picture where you can see like just how ugly this thing is. I was just like, nope, that's wrong. You can't do that. Not to a Mustang.
Gene, I had a 76 Olds Cutlass Sport that was 90% fiberglass, so I know where you're coming from.
I mean, if it didn't have the Mustang emblem, it would not be a bad car, but because it has the Mustang emblem, it's ugly.
Yeah. I can't picture doing that to a Mustang. That's it?
Yeah.
It looks stupid.
Like I said, if you took off the emblem and put a different grill, because that's actually ugly too. So if you took off this and changed that grill, it wouldn't be a bad looking car.
It looks like Spider-Man. It looks like something Spider-Man would drive in.
That's because that one happens to be red.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just looks, I don't know. I don't like the front end of it. It's too long.
Yeah, it's not really an attractive car if you see it in person.
Jim even agrees. Ugly, sorry. Clark's, not a Mustang. You're right, guys. It's not a Mustang.
It's not a Mustang. When I
Nope.
saw it, I get it was probably one of the few that were had been bought, because it was the first one I saw, and I was like, what is that? I'm walking around, I see the Mustang emblem on it, and I'm like, no, that can't. Why would somebody put a Mustang emblem on this thing? No, it's a Mustang. I was like, well,
Mustangs have that throaty exhaust sound. That's what you expect out of a Mustang. Not when you step on the gas and hear nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to hear that as you're pulling away. I don't want to hear you slam on the gas.
Yeah, that was the one thing I did like 2016. models when with the 8 and the 6 cylinders, they did the dual exhaust on the 6, so you
Yeah.
can get that throaty rumble like it was an
Yep.
8. And I was like, that's nice. Now people who can't afford the 8 cylinder get them little 6 cylinder. At least they get the rumble with it now.
Yes.
And then
Drake, yeah.
a few years later, they come out with that weird thing.
Yeah. Drake, I agree, man. The old Mavericks, they were a classy car. The newer ones, no. They try to remake them, make them look better. No, go back to the old style where they look good. Really?
Hmm.
Yeah, I have nothing against electric cars because I drive an electric bike. I have nothing against it, but don't redesign a car that was a muscle car into an electric car. It just doesn't work for me.
No. That's why all those cars are still around too, because they were built right back then,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and you can fix them.
yeah. My '75 Cutlass, man. I bounced off a Yugo, yeah, and then I bounced off a Yugo. Then after I bounced off the Yugo, I smacked another car in the nose. I obliterated the side of the Yugo, and all I did was crack a little bit of the fiberglass header panel on my front grill. Yeah, that was it. I obliterated the whole side of the Yugo.
Nah. We
It
got
was
rear-ended in that 72 olds. We were at a red light. We weren't even driving, and the kid hit us with a little four-door Ford. I don't remember what it was, but it crumbled his front end,
yeah.
and all it did to us was just bend the tailpipe. That was it. The exhaust pipe got a little bent.
No, it's true expressions. You know, with electric motor, it's instant. You have no hesitation.
Yeah,
But
you can hit
the
some G's on
batteries
there.
for those are expensive as hell. I mean, you just can't go down to Radio Shack and pick up a couple of AAA batteries and throw them in your car. You have to go to a dealer. You have to go to an aftermarket place that specializes in those lithium-ion batteries. Nah, forget it. That's just too much. Gene, it's called Mark Builds Junk. I got a junk bike, threw a couple motors on it, threw a couple batteries on it, and I ride it.
You
No,
got to tell
it's
my
all
brother how to do that.
homemade. It's all homemade. Why? Why would you make an electric Corvette? See, they're redoing everything and making it stupid.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yep.
People think those Teslas are all cool, and they all ran out and bought them because they were cheap enough, 30,
Yeah.
35,000. But the battery goes dead.
Yeah. You just don't get your jump box out and hit the battery with those.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, detecting the shore, firefighter.
Detecting the shore. Yeah, you don't. I'll take my electric car. I mean, my gas car. If I ever got an electric car, it would have to be like a hybrid or like a backup car. But it would never be a main car, a fully electric car.
No. I mean, they're probably pretty cool to drive around, but that too. Yeah, we'll just send all our bad
Yeah,
batteries over to China. They just dump them in the water.
that's it.
They do. I'm not even like
Yep.
making that up, unfortunately.
I know you're not. I've watched those YouTube videos where they just like dump everything in the water. They don't give a crap.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, if you get a battery go bad in one of those, it's way more expensive than replacing a motor in a car.
It is. Like some of those batteries are $5, $6, $7,000.
Depending on the size.
Okay, 30
30K.
grand. Yep. Yeah. That's the price of the damn car to begin with. I hear you expressions. Yep.
A little Monza.
And
Jim would love to have a
Piper,
36 Stutz
uh,
Bearcat.
yeah, and Piper, she doesn't care for the new cars today. I mean, she'll pass like a dozen brand new spanking cars and go, that's nice. She'll pass like a '69 Cadillac and she'll be like watching it as it drives down the road. She likes the old classic cars. What did I knock over? Oh, never mind. Yeah, she likes those old classic cars. She said, Dad, whenever I get my first car, you're going to help me work on it. I mean, if you get an old classic car, hell yeah, I'll help you repair it. If you get a brand new car, you're out of luck.
Yep, I couldn't fix a new one. Gremlins were cool. I liked Gremlins.
Firefighter, not only are those battery car fires no joke, also house fires too. That's how I lost my house. I had those LiPo batteries that went bad. And when they go, they go. You can't stop them.
No. Drake had a Gremlin. It was a handy little car.
I thought the Gremlins were pretty cool. A little funky looking. Well, the Pacer. No, the Pacer was the funny looking one with the big fish bowl. No matter where you look, there was glass.
And if you were little back then, you got to sit in that big glass window in the rear. We used to. The Pitbull had a big window too in the back, in the hatchback.
Yep.
We'd all be sit there scrunched in that little trunk area, waving at people.
I remember my friend. I think it was a '70. I can't remember the exact year Pinto, but it was susceptible to fires. So he just parked the car. They got out and smelled something. One of them looked under the ground and they saw this big orange ball. They're like, get away from the car. Next thing you know, the car was up in flames. So that's okay.
I've seen cars catch up fire over the years. I've never seen an electric one yet, but fortunately.
Yeah.
That's what they're hoping for. If you get a big electrical magnetic impulse.
EMP, yeah. Yep. Well, you figure if the sun discharges a large enough corona, it'll wipe out the power grid because our power grid's ancient.
Oh, yeah.
Gene, in a previous life, I was a mechanic. Before I became a nurse, I was a mechanic. Yeah.
That's why I like cars.
When I was like in my 20s, I had a dream to take like a Ranger pickup truck, slam a 302 in it, just for shits and giggles. Let's see what would happen. But I never got around to it.
JP Lawns and more.
JP.
Clarks.
Oh, no, Clarks. That's sweet side by side you guys have. I wouldn't mind having one of those.
That's fun.
I got the perfect piece of land where I know I can drive it on. I would love to have one of those. No, not AGH. I'm a traveling nurse. Well, a in-home healthcare nurse.
I like, I have a Cherokee now, but it looks like it's a crossover. I like the old square body style of the Cherokees, though.
Yeah. Yep. That's true, Dispatch. If you're doing tiny little commutes, I agree with you. Yeah, I couldn't wait to get out of mechanics.
I can't wait to retire. You don't like 15 minutes, the idea of 15-minute cities?
Yeah, like downtown Pittsburgh, an EV car would be beautiful. Yeah. There's all the stop and go and the zipping and the zagging you got to do just to get ahead of buses so they don't run you over. Good DB. I love that. I still drive my 2005 Ford E150 van. That's where I went, Gene. Yep. CCAC North Campus.
Hmm.
What do they call that? Northside University.
JVP likes the year 2002.
Mm-hmm. I love the front end of those trucks.
Yeah.
I thought that, and then Ford copied them.
Jim Steele wants to know when they're going to perfect teleportation.
Never. Nobody's going to scramble my atoms to try to make me go from here to there.
Suzuki. I'm not a fan of, when they started making the Wranglers with the four-door, I was like, it looks too much like they're trying to be the, what do you call them? Hummers, the Humvees.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden everybody had one. Every housewife in New Jersey did anyway. Drive the kids to school in a baby Humvee or whatever.
Oh, you never know, Gene. I can't even remember when I went anymore. Back when the Twin Towers fell, that's right. I think it was my second year when that happened.
I agree with you there, Ryan.
Questions. Yep. I used to love those Jeep trucks too. I know what you mean. To me, they look fantastic. Those old Jeep trucks.
Addie's like the rest of us. She loves the older cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like you said, Rachel, you can work on them.
Yeah. Right. I did the work on my 66 for the most part. I could climb in there and do the work. There was so much room because it was a 6-cylinder.
Yep.
Hey, NorCal.
And nowadays, you need a computer with a college degree to be able to read the codes and then interpret what the codes are telling you and pray to God that the code is the actual fail part and not something upstream causing this code to trip.
Yeah, I know. It's too much.
Yep.
And it's a domino effect, too.
Yeah, it is. Well, I didn't know Fiat made Jeeps now.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I mean, back in their heyday, I did like Fiats, like in the 70s.
Yeah, they weren't bad.
Yeah, they weren't bad in the 70s. I don't like the new design Fiats, and I can just imagine what they're going to look like now that they're making Jeeps. Oh, I love the 3 on the tree, Marty. Yep.
My dad had a Bronco, and then he bought a Bronco 2.
I like the Bronco too. I thought they were pretty cool.
They're cute. They were before the Geo Tracker. But I remember one time it was after a snowstorm, and we were in the shopping parking lot, and I worked across the street, probably a quarter of a mile away. And so the snowplows had made those big shopping parking lot snow mountains.
Yeah.
So I said to my dad, I'm like, do you think his little Bronco too, he had just got it. I was like, do you think this will go over that snowbank? That's snow hill. Well, yeah, definitely will. He puts it in 4-wheel drive, goes up, sits, and gets stuck on the top. All 4 wheels just sitting there. I tried to help him for about 10 minutes. I was like, Dad, I gotta go to work. And I worked at Friendly's, so back then in the 80s, we had to wear this little blue check dress and apron and stuff. I'm like, it's cold. He eventually made it down. I don't know how he did, but it was funny. But that little Bronco too was cute.
Good night, firefighter. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Andrew. Have a great night.
Danny, that's why I built mine. I built mine for way under $2,000. I bought everything used, except for the speed controllers for the motors.
My Jeep is more car than Jeep for sure. I call it the luxury SUV. I mean luxury 4-wheel drive.
Cool.
I like the CJs. CJs were great.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave, he got himself a Subaru Brat. I came this close to buying one once. This close.
Let me get all caught up. All right, here we go. Dispatcher said Brat is coming back.
They were a sporty little truck. Couldn't haul much in them. They were a sporty little truck.
Hey, hello. I remember when who was the one that came out with the half of a pickup? It was a Chevy
Oh,
Aztec.
The Ford was the Eldorado. How long are we talking? Way back or recent?
More recent, I guess it would be like the 90s. I think they
Aztec.
came out with them. The Aztec, yeah, that was.
Yeah, it was the Aztec. Yeah,
El
El Camino was Chevy. That's right.
Yeah.
What was the Ford version? Chevy had the El Camino. Ford had.
No, I don't even remember.
I can't remember to save my life. Ranchero. That was it. Thanks, DB.
Hey, Shannon. Hey, cuz. I don't remember. And I know that they made the Chevy Aztec because of another car. Or no, I think it was Cadillac came out with their version after the Chevy Aztec. Because then after that, they came out with the SUV. Yeah. Cadillac SUV. Miss anything there? I mean, I guess we could talk about cars all night, apparently.
I look that way.
That can seemed a little sweet. I feel you on that, Lucky Duck. I would love to get a fast little car, but nah, I need the height now. I think we all do.
I prefer the height of my van, but I still love the little short wheelbase, short style of my car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Low to the ground, so as you're going quicker, the faster you go, the more it sucks down to the ground. So the faster you can go, I kind of like that.
Yeah. Slash so far is doing okay. He was almost done with his steroids, so I think starting tomorrow he gets it every other day for a week. So we shall see.
Oh wow! Oh, the F100. I had a '72 F100. Drake, loved that thing. There's 3 on the tree.
That's cute.
They're built like tanks, man. Those trucks. And I can see you totaling the '87 Skylark. No, don't be saying that about the Nova. Yeah, it had its problem. The center pin broke and the axle shifted, so the car's actually going down the road sideways. But it's still a good car.
Yeah, Nova wasn't. They're not that bad. The old Novas were. I remember when they came out with
Yeah.
the new ones. We're like, it's not your grandmother's Nova. Actually, no. My grandmother's Nova was much better than the ones you guys made 30 years later.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The only problem I had with mine was on my F100, the sync gears and the transmission were bad, so there was no first. You had to hold it up like this and then let the clutch out easy and hope it didn't rip your arm out to try to bang its way out of first and down into neutral.
That car.
I remember that car. Fairlane, yeah.
Well, is there anything else we could talk about, or do you want
Yeah, I'm
to
getting
catch up
ready to
on your finish getting your work done?
I might have to get my work done.
Yeah,
That's true, Jim. Yeah.
I gotta start editing a video for Friday, so I can go out and play tomorrow. It's just been a
Yeah.
rough week, long week.
I'm thinking of doing a live stream Saturday when I go out digging.
Yeah.
I haven't done one of those in a while. Figure it might be fun.
Well, I'll watch out for it. So I have to work Saturday, so I'll try to catch it.
Yeah. You have to catch the rerun because it'll probably be while you're working. I'm not doing it.
I mean, like, well, I'm not walking all 8 hours. Like I drive to each spot, so I check my phone. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
He's live.
There he is. Hey, Leanne.
Hey,
I'm
Leanne.
just getting ready to cut out.
Are you streaming tomorrow night?
Oh, hell yeah. We have no idea what our topic is yet, but we are.
Oh, kind of like tonight.
Yeah, we're just winging it.
Just winging it.
Just winging it.
Our closed big seated hunt is Saturday. So excited. Awesome. I hope you
Alrighty,
have fun.
TP, take care.
Lucky duck.
Yeah, I think
Have a great night, BB. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Like
Yes.
I always say, hey, Trevor, the detector, how's it going? Like I always say, if you have an idea of something you would like to have discussed on this stream, feel free to email me. Here's my email.
There it is.
And we'll bring it up and we'll talk about it if you want. Or if you just want to sit here and see if anybody comes up with a subject in the chat, you could do that too. And
good night, Gene.
All right. Hope you all have a great night. This guy here will be on tomorrow night. What time?
Yes. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's not PG-13, just to let you know.
Nope.
And
if you're easily offended, don't come.
And Saturday night is the Clarks.
Yep.
And Sunday there's a whole bunch of live streams from morning to evening. And you have I Dig Friday, Saturday, main digs, Sunday digs, Monday digs. So
Main Lyman 24. Yeah.
Yeah, when is he streaming?
Saturday, 7:30.
Yeah, keep your notifications on for him. Jim Steele wants to know with or without clothes this week.
With clothes this week. Sorry, Jim.
All right.
I would say my show's X-rated, Maria, but it's there.
I know I'm forgetting somebody, but that's okay.
It's with everybody streaming, it's so hard to keep up nowadays.
It is. Liz streams on Thursdays now.
Yeah.
Risers is on Sunday.
Shane, he's on at 9 on Thursdays.
Yeah, Thursday nights is Ohio River
History.
Monday nights is also Treasure Vortex on Spreaker.
Yeah.
So
I always forget about that one.
Yeah, it's easy to forget because it's not YouTube. So, you have a plethora of options on who to watch. And thank you so much for choosing to watch me tonight with Mark.
Thank you.
And see you all. I'll probably pop in and chat. Have one more episode of Warrior, and then I have to watch tomorrow night with my friend. So, have a great weekend, this guys. I'm hoping it's a nice weekend. We just had like 4 inches of rain. If you're able to get out and detect, have fun doing that. Find something good. Oh, somebody wants to say hi real quick.
There he is.
Yeah, Mr. Expensive Puppy. And have a great week. Thank you for joining again this Wednesday evening. And see what shenanigans we get into next week. Or tomorrow night even. So thank you all. You guys rock.
Peace.